Hello YouTube, this is Tim Canadian Comic Hunter coming at you once again with another comic book haul. It's been a it's been a couple weeks anyways, or a week and a bit. Anyways, I just putting together another haul. I'm on summer vacation. I work at a high school, so during the summer I don't work that much. I'll be picking up some different shifts here and there. I work with special needs. I do a lot of community service kind of stuff in the summer as much as possible, working at camps, doing whatever I can. Anyways, it's not important. But the important thing is what's going on in the community right now. If you haven't heard, go and check out Symphonic Elk. He's got this. He's got a. He's got. It's not a contest. It's basically asking for help from the community to put together some donations for some sick children or kids that have been afflicted with cancer. And this is something that touches us all in some way or another. We know somebody that's going through this, or we've had family members go through this. So this is something I think that everyone should try to participate in. Whatever you have, or if you can offer $1, $5, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it's just good to donate to these kind of things. For me as a social service worker, I definitely back this 100%. So check out Symphonic Elk's channel. It's for St. Jude's Hospital in the United States. Basically, he's just looking to rally, and he's got some cool prizes. The prizes aren't important. It's about donating and trying to help out sick children. So definitely check that out if you get a chance. Okay, so I'll leave a description and connection to the links to the web page where you can donate, and plus the Symphonic Elk's channel. So if you want to check out the prizes that he's offering, he shouldn't be doing any of that, but he's doing it, and it's great. I think it's an amazing thing that he's doing, just by supporting people and supporting the fact that he's trying to help out children that are going through, or possible in the future, people that would have cancer at an early age, which is terrible. It's just completely terrible. Anyways, okay, so yep, support. Okay, so this was the start of my comic book haul. So I just wanted to show some books that I picked up recently. Told you I'm going to kind of go in a different direction, but like I said, I still have a lot of modern books I've been picking up for the last 2 months, so I want to show them off. So maybe you can pick some stuff out that you might want to look for when you're hunting. So definitely check this out. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with One More Day of The Amazing Spider-Man. Really cool run. This one is 544. Nothing really special about this except for the cover. It's just really nice. I picked up the set. I'll explain why. Kind of has to do with this book. 545. One More Day, just a really cool cover. This is the first appearance of Carly Cooper and Lily Holstetter, who later becomes Menace, which is the Gray Goblin, or similar to one of the goblins. She has also another alias, Cat Queen. Carly Cooper ends up becoming Monster. These are just some minor female characters that might end up in Homecoming, in the upcoming movies. So it's just something maybe you should look out for if you're looking for some minor keys that could definitely pick up some steam later on. So really cool covers, and I picked up the set, so it's really neat. Like I said, it's Jerkovich set is really cool. I really love the covers. I think they're fantastic artwork. And that's Sensational Spider-Man 41 and Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 24 with the MJ cover. Really cool. One More Day storyline, pretty messed up, but definitely a good read if you want to check it out. I went to a flea market and I found this little guy. Wasn't too expensive, so I picked it up. Hukin Lee, I think, variant. The Doom 143, I think Seeking Near Mint showed this off. I've always wanted to own a copy, so finally got a copy. It's really cool book to own. Beautiful cover. The Mighty Avengers #1, another kind of small spec book. Always figured that I think this is the first time that Miss Marvel actually leads the Avengers. Just a really small, tiny minor key. You know, like a lot of the Captain Marvel stuff's been heating up with Carol Danvers. I never think this will actually be a team, but definitely a really cool book to own. Frank Cho cover also, so can't go wrong. Picked that up for pretty much nothing. So this is Black Panther number 5, J. Scott Campbell cover. There's a bunch of the whole run with J. Scott Campbell. He did with Dark Reign. Shuri, Black Panther's sister, takes on the reign of the Black Panther. This is the first appearance of her as Black Panther in the comics. So maybe a key to look out for some of the upcoming Black Panther movies that are in the future. Definitely a really cool run either way. If you really love the J. Scott Campbell stuff, definitely pick up the Black Panther covers. I've got this because I thought this was cool. I just finished seeing Deadpool 2 the other week. A really good movie. And this is a kind of a book I would look out for you guys that love to get signatures. I think it's a really awesome book to have. So if I was to ever meet Ryan Reynolds, I would definitely get this signed. I just think this is one of those opportunities like Spidey fan would see and pick up. Like this was a dollar bin find. I wonder why, but no. But anyways, got Ryan Reynolds on the cover, signature like right across would be kind of cool, or some sort of Deadpool thing. I don't know. Definitely something to look out for if you want to pick this up. So I got this. Also pretty cheap. Wonder Woman 189. I have a really nice mint copy. This was just a secondary copy I picked up. Really love this Adam Hughes cover. It showed off quite a bit. There was a bit of staining on the side here, you can see, which ruined the book a little bit, but besides from that, it's a pretty good copy. So I just picked it up. You know, I love this cover, so I think it's one of the best in the run, besides the Lost variant, or the Lost one. So Spawn number 9, I went to a comic book shop the other day, found this for a pretty cheap price. It was basically didn't ask for a lot. The one to look out for is the newsstand variant for this. But this book is pretty cool and it's pretty interesting to own. First appearance of Angela. She's going to be in the new Guardians of the Asgardians of the Galaxy. So I just picked it up anyways, just a small spec. A lot of people own this. There was a huge print run on this, so I wouldn't go crazy on trying to buy copies of it. But you know, something definitely to look out for the newer collectors out there that don't have a lot of key issues that are pretty affordable. Here's another one, Annihilation Nova. Nova, again, was another character that was talked about being in the movies, coming out in the MCU, hopefully in the future. Annihilation Conquest Annihilation was one of my favorite runs in comics, I think, ever. So I hope they could do that storyline. It's a little kind of out there, but definitely something to look for if you want to read. Nova, this is the Delato regular cover, so definitely a lot of these Nova books, if you're a Delato fan, you know, pick them up. They're really nice covers. They're pretty cool. I just got this because I've never had this before. 282 X-Men, first I guess cameo of Bishop. I just wanted to own it, so picked that up. It was pretty cool. This one I thought was pretty funny for you kind of perverted people out there. Anyways, Teen Titans Batman Superman variant cover, and it's like, okay, so we're just gonna look at this cover for a second. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but if you kind of like zoom in on certain areas of Wonder Woman, she's definitely not wearing any Wonder Woman underwear. It's kind of weird that they drew that and they kind of let that one go. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing something, or maybe you are, but if we zoom in a little bit, so I'm just gonna call this what I think this is. Very similar to, again, the Wonder Woman no panties variant. So pretty cool. Jorgen or something, I think, did this, but I guess he really didn't want to draw underwear or something underneath her belt. Okay. Legacy of Kain, Defiance number 1. Pretty hard book to find, so if you guys can find a copy of this, definitely look out for it. I picked this up because I was into gaming. Love these comics that are crossovers, but again, this book was pretty hard to find in person, so I don't know who does the cover. Really love the art. Really enjoyed the video game too, for PlayStation when it first came out, PlayStation 2 also, but definitely a hard book to find. And I think there's a variant for this one too. All right, so another book to look out for if you guys want a quick flip for a couple bucks, I guess. I don't. I just really love this cover, the 1970s style Inhumans, variant 12. This is a Noto cover. Definitely a cool book to own. I love Medusa in this. I think it's really nice. If you guys are Jenny Frison, basically collectors, check out Noto stuff. He does women really nice. He's got this whole like very soft penciling, beautiful art style kind of thing. And the book looks like it's damaged, but it is actually just aged for the variant. So it's trying to give that aged look, but the books come like that. So it's kind of neat. It's a neat little book to own. Then I was going around. I love these, like I said, female headshots. They're kind of cool. The Mighty Captain Marvel #0 note cover variant. This is beautiful. Totally underrated book. Totally something to look out for. I think that this one didn't go for a lot because there's no significance to it, but I definitely would look out for this one if you are a Captain Marvel collector and you love really beautiful artwork. Like I said, Jenny Frison, very, very similar to it. And then I'll show exactly why I said that is if you put Jenny Frison right next to it. This is Devi Rebirth. This is issue #1, Jenny Frison. Like I said, very similar artwork from Note. Beautiful style. Again, this was a very cool pickup. I picked these both up online, so just really, really cool covers to own. Anyways, on with the haul. Next part's going to be a little bit of older stuff. Back again, guys. Yep. So, yeah, like I said, this part of the haul is going to be a little bit older books. If you guys don't like that kind of stuff and you're more about the moderns, it's okay. You can turn it off right now, whatever you want. Anyways, but there are a couple issues in here that are like Bronze Age stuff that you can maybe want some keys or something that you can look out for that are pretty affordable, because anything that's in here is pretty affordable. It's not overpriced. So I picked up the book on the side there is Nancy Drew Mystery Stories, The Secret of the Old Clock #1. I do pick up books every so often if they're first prints, and I love these old school books. Like if you look at these were like the Gross and Dunlap books from when we were in, I guess when I was in high school. So Hardy Boys, any of that stuff, I try to pick these kind of things up, and I love Nancy Drew. So just a really cool book to own. Pick that up at a it was like a flea market / antique market. So definitely something cool to own. Okay, so this book here is New Mutants #9. This is the first appearance of Selena Galliano. I've shown this prior in other hauls. #8 and #9 are two books that I think are totally undervalued books. They should be something that people should look out for. Selena Galliano is a villain that's in the New Mutants. She's always competing with. She's rival to Emma Frost. She has powers. Very, very OP kind of like character. Has died a couple times, but definitely something that might be in the future of the New Mutants if they go in that horror direction. If you ever see that movie that comes out. And #8 is the first appearance of Magma, or Magma. She's a mutant that has powers that she looks like she looks pretty cool. So definitely 8 and 9 are books to look out for. Okay, so the next book I'm going to show is basically this really nice clean copy of Moon Knight 17. This is a Just Go cover. I have this book. I bought it a couple times, but this is I guess the cleanest copy that I own, so I was pretty happy to get this. Just a really cool Moon Knight cover to look out for. Okay, so this book, which was kind of interesting. I don't know why I picked this one up. These are one of those things where you are kind of tired and you bid on something and you win it on eBay and you're like, why did I buy this book? I don't know why I did that. Anyways, so that's the Fury of Firestorm. Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, #24. This is the first appearance of the Blue Devil. So just kind kind of a minor character that never was used for almost anything. Blue Devil is kind of a like ridiculous character who ends up like basically he's an actor who ends up putting on the Blue Devil costume and then can't get it off because it's possessed or something. Anyways, really ridiculous story, but I don't know why I picked this up. I thought it was a cool cover, and it's a first appearance, I guess, but pretty cheap to him. Finally got a copy of this. Really happy about this. Really not a very good copy of this, but didn't pay a lot for it. Amazing Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends #1. First appearance of Firestar in I guess comics, not in continuity. Her first appearance was in X-Men, that was in continuity. Anyways, I showed that off in my last video. Finally got a copy of this. Super happy. One of those books I've always looked for, never could find at a price that I was willing to pay. Alright, so this is Marvel Spotlight on Red Wolf. Again, just a really nice, super clean copy for this. Really nice cover. This is actually a Neal Adams cover. Pretty awesome. Love any kind of work by Neal Adams, even though I heard he's not very nice. I've talked to him a couple times. I didn't find he was that bad, but some people have had some pretty bad experiences. Anyways, this is Red Wolf. Red Wolf's first appearance as Johnny Wakely. So the actual first Red Wolf was Thomas Thunderhood, and I think what happened was Stan Lee had wanted to have more of a traditional representation of a Native American in comics, and that's why they rebooted him as Johnny Wakely. Anyway, so really awesome. Just like I said, really beautiful cover. Again, a minor key, something to look out for. This was a pretty high grade copy. I was pretty happy. Just a little bit of like I think there's a creasing there on the bottom, but it's pretty good. This is Astonishing Tales, Kazar and Dr. Doom. This is the first appearance of Barbara Morris. She later becomes Mockingbird, so just another small key to own. Something I like Mockingbird, so I wanted to find her first appearance. Somebody on eBay was giving this away for almost nothing, so definitely something to look out for. So first appearance of Mockingbird. This is what else came with it, Kazar and Doom #2. There's nothing really important. I think there's a first appearance of some sort of character in this, but just a really cool Doom cover. I like these. You can pick them up. Lois Lane #105. Again, this is a pretty beat up copy. Suggest if any of you guys pick this up, maybe. Again, Rose and Thorn's first appearance. Maybe it's not really that sought out for. They haven't done really anything with that character, but check out Rose and Thorn. This was her first, so in Lois Lane 105. Just really cool. Saw it on Alex the Comic Hoarder's channel. This is another one I saw on Alex's channel. Lois Lane 120. I guess this one was a sexually suggestive cover, if you know what I mean, because of the darts. Anyways, just a pretty cool Lois Lane cover. I've been trying to collect them slowly, so pretty happy about that. Okay, so The Amazing Spider-Man 141. This is the first appearance of Danny Burkhardt as Mysterio. So there is a new Amazing Spider-Man movie coming out. The first appearance of Mysterio is pretty high up there. So I just picked up I picked up something that I could afford. So this would be the first appearance of the new Mysterio, the second Mysterio from the Bronze Age. So just kind of cool. I really dig the cover. It's got basically all your baddies on there you'd want to have. Even look, it's Jared Leto, and then they have Michael Keaton, and Mysterio, who could be Jake Gyllenhaal, and Dr. Ock. Who knows who that could be? Stephen King, maybe. All right, on with the haul. Amazing Spider-Man #136. I think this is a very underrated key. If you guys can find a copy, definitely pick this up. This is a mid-grade copy, about a 6, maybe 6.5. This is the first appearance that Harry Osborn becomes the Green Goblin. So I think this is definitely a book to look out for. Something really that might blow up one day. You never know. They've already had a couple movies where Harry's the Green Goblin, but book I really didn't do too much. But definitely I would look out for that one. Then we get into a little bit of older stuff. Batman 191, 12-cent issue. Just really enjoyed this cover. If you follow me on Instagram, basically showed this off the other day, so quick let me have a copy of the Batman comic. So yeah, Batman's all sold out, just like Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So all right. The priorities are, I guess, different these days. Batman's usually never sold out. Okay, so then there's Batman 215. Just a really cool cover. Really enjoy these older Batman covers. So if I found this in a lot, I bought the whole lot off of eBay. Again, I'm not paying a huge amount of money for these because they're not really anything. So really enjoy these. I've been trying to, my goal I think now is to collect Batgirl covers. So I've been trying to get any kind of appearance that Batgirl shows up on a cover. This one was kind of neat. This is called, this is Batman 214. And if you read all these little things, Batman's unfair to marriage. So he is getting married soon. I just thought this is must marry, wanted for marriage. So they just a really cool protest cover. I think this is the first 15 center that where they changed the price on the Batman run, and also this is the first time that Alfred was called Pennyworth. So just a small minor baby key kind of to own, but a really cool book. I really dig these covers, and it's one of my favorite things about collecting these kind of books now is just it's just the cover art, and I find the cover art really nice. It's been something I've always enjoyed with the Silver Age Batmans and stuff. So this is again Detective Comics 371. Nothing special about this, just just a cover, and just something I guess would never be done in nowadays on comics. So just I really thought it was funny when I read this. So get over here. The problem, I have a bigger problem. It's running my tides. Anyways, yeah, just a cool Batgirl cover, like I said. And this was, I guess, before I show my big book of the week, this was my second big book of the week. So this is Strange Adventures. This is Strange Adventures number 206. This is the first time Neil Adams actually started drawing, I think, and writing for Deadman. So definitely wanted to own this. That I don't think is a Neil Adams cover at all. But I love Deadman. I'm trying to get a 205 now, and that's kind of like one of my goals for the summer, is trying to find a good copy of 205 that's not really outrageous. But I find that sometimes it's easier to pick up the second appearances, the second appearance of Poison Ivy, the second appearance of Deadman, the second appearance of Batgirl. A lot of these are more obtainable than the first appearances, but they're still pretty cool books to own. You know, anything from Silver Age is a pretty interesting book to own. So I'm not gonna knock anything from the Silver Age, but definitely a cool book to own. If you can find these on the cheap, most of the books I just showed. So yeah, on with the haul, and I'll show you my last big book of the day. So I kind of lied. I actually have two books, but I wanted to show this one off first. This was one I actually picked up at a Value Village. For you guys who don't know what that is, that's a secondhand clothing store and / everything store in Canada. So I was in Ontario, and we're kind of like went on this hunting trip for books in Cornwall, Ontario, and came across this in a Village de Valeur. Didn't pay very much for this at all. It's a pretty clean copy, considering the fact that it was they had gotten, I think, a long box or two in at the Village de Valeur, and they had all the priced up, and this was sitting in there. This has like one, I guess, issue on the top there. It needs a pressing a little bit because of it looks like the book was kind of mishandled on that point, but the rest of the book is pretty solid. It's pretty clean copy, so I was happy to get it. Never had the first appearance of She-Hulk, so really cool. Anyways, and for my last book and the final book of the day, I just want to show this off. I picked this up at I guess it was a antique fair, which was kind of cool. So this is Lois Lane number 106. Again, this book is pretty expensive in higher grades. This one has a detached staple at the top, not at the bottom, just usually the opposite. So I was able to haggle the guy down a lot. So he was just small. We had like 3 or 4 comics sitting at his antique table, and this was in there. And I was like, dude, how much would this? Anyways, he gave me a pretty good deal. I was pretty happy about that. Anyways, this is definitely a cover that wouldn't get by in nowadays. It's definitely out there. So even the whole issue, the issue itself is it's pretty insane what they wrote in this one. So if you ever get a chance to look through this one, definitely check it out. So one of the books in the Lois Lane, besides the first appearance of Silver Age Catwoman, that goes for quite a bit. So anyways, thanks for checking out the haul. Sorry for if I bored any of you guys, because like I said, I'm collecting different kinds of books here and there. But you'll see my hauls are gonna have I'll always section it off with, well, I'll have some of my older books and then I'll have some modern stuff in the beginning. So I'm trying to cater to 2 different types of audience, because I know there's a lot of collectors out there, and just like them, and just like anything that you guys collect, I collect for the sole purpose of just the enjoyment of the collecting. It doesn't matter if it's modern or if it's silver. I find as long as you don't pay a lot for your comics, you know, you're not killing yourself, or you're not basically putting yourself in debt. I think it's cool to own these kind of things. So anyways, thanks for checking out my haul, and I'll see you soon. I'll have another probably haul up in a few weeks. I'm going on vacation, so I'm going to be hunting. So well, I'm on vacation, so I'll be hunting a little bit more often. So anyways, thanks for checking out the haul, and like I said, if you get a chance, please check out Symphonic Elk's channel. Please donate. Like I said, there's nothing more tragic than children with cancer, and if there are foundations out there that need our support, because the fact is that's how they operate. So try to give what you can, and just check out Elk's channel. Anyways, peace. Have yourself a good afternoon, or good evening, or even good morning. Ciao.